At what point do you think a business owner should look into starting a podcast? When they're starting their business, once they have their, feet on the ground a little bit, they have a little bit of business built up?
Yeah, so I think it's individual for each business owner. And the reason I say that is because when you are thinking through starting a podcast as a business tool, because that's what the 99.9% of our clients are business owners or companies who are leveraging their podcasts as revenue growth opportunities, right? So what does that look like? Well, that looks like if you want to grow your visibility as a thought leader, subject matter expertise, these are words you hear a lot. If you want to get on more stages, if you want to be a TEDx speaker, if you want to publish a book. So all of those, so that's kind of like really defining like, what is your why? And then the second part of that, it doesn't need to be mutually exclusive, but looking at it as a business development tool. So for the visibility piece we talked about, but generating leads and ultimately generating actual sales, either by marketing your own products and services inside your podcast or going outside to vendors that you've maybe worked with for years and they want to be aligned with the audience that you're connecting with. So there's no wrong time to start a podcast, and it's never too early or it's never too late. I think the most important piece of what you want to think through is, how is this podcast going to serve me and serve my business in a way that is efficient and integrates into my already existing business model? And then how is it going to help me to grow my revenues as a result of investing in the podcast? And when I say investing, I don't necessarily mean just the hard cost of actually having a show produced or producing a show on your own. I also mean the investment of time, bandwidth, and resources, because that's what you really want to take into consideration. However, one of the most important benefits is whether you're just starting your own business and your podcast simultaneously, or you already have a well-run business and kind of layering it in as a business development tool, is how efficient podcasting can actually be. Because we were having a conversation before we even jumped on the recording about creating content and how important it is to be able to create content in all different ways. And in my opinion, and very well-educated opinion, creating a podcast and recording a podcast is the most cost-efficient way to generate content, because we're having this amazing conversation where we're having fun doing it, which is so important. But once this podcast is recorded, the possibilities are endless in terms of vertical reels, horizontal videos, audio promos, blog posts, articles, visibility around show notes, content creation for social media. I mean, we only have to spend this 1 hour of time with each other and have a really amazing, fun time, learn from each other. But, oh, by the way, create multiple pieces of content as a result. So it's like there's really no other platform that can do that for you right now.
Yeah.
Level up your podcast with advice from the pros at Produce Your Podcast. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your network. For more expert tips and services, visit produceyourpodcast.com.